Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for checking out my latest video. This video is going to be a recap of the boxing card from Saturday night between Lucas Matthysse and John Molina. You also have Keith Thurman and Julio Diaz. These were excellent fights, so let's get right into it. So coming into this matchup, I didn't give John Molina a chance against Lucas Matthysse. I got to be 100% honest. I thought Lucas Matthysse was going to stop John Molina early when they fought, and I was completely wrong. In the first round, John Molina and Lucas Matthysse come out pretty even round, but John Molina at the end of the round lands some big right hands, and I'd give the first round to John Molina. Second round, John Molina actually catches Lucas Matthysse with the right hand and drops him. And then I believe it was the third or fourth round, Lucas Matthysse actually got hit with a headbutt, has a cut over his eye, a nasty cut. And in the fifth round, John Molina actually hits Lucas Matthysse in the back of the head and drops him. Should have never been called a knockdown, but the referee didn't see it, and it was called a knockdown. In my opinion, the fight started to turn almost after the halfway mark. You see in round 8, Lucas Matthysse drops John Molina. It was more of a push, though. In my opinion, the referee didn't see that as well, but nonetheless a knockdown. And this fight just really had everything you wanted. You had inside fighting, you had big left and right hands, you had some body work, just an absolute slugfest and a war of attrition in this matchup. And this was the fight of the year so far, no question about it. Round 10, Lucas Matthysse ends up working over John Molina on the ropes, ends up dropping Molina. And credit to Molina for getting up from that, because that was some big punches that Matthysse landed. And then in the corner, going into the 11th round, you had Joe Goossen get into it with the commissioner doctor, because he told Joe Goossen to shut up, and Goossen looked like he just wanted to punch him in the face right then, and they had a big argument. And referee Pat Russell had to end up separating them, so it was pretty entertaining to watch in the corner. Round 11, Lucas Matthysse finishes off Molina, who showed a ton of heart in this matchup and was doing very good early on. And yeah, he gets dropped in the 11th, and the fight couldn't continue. But what an excellent fight, and credit to both of these guys. I really liked Lucas Matthysse, how he's jabbing to get in and landing some body shots. And I thought he showed a ton of heart coming back in this fight after early on nothing was going his way. Heart of a true champion, this guy. And what do I want to see next from both of these fighters? Well, I'll watch them in any fight. Molina comes in big underdog, puts on a fight like that. I'm going to check out his next matchup for sure. And I underestimated him, and I got to apologize for that. Lucas Matthysse, he wants a Danny Garcia rematch. Is he going to get it? I don't think so. But nonetheless, he's a guy you have to watch, whoever he's fighting next. Moving on now to Keith Thurman and Julio Diaz. Keith Thurman's motto is KOs for life. Well, in this matchup, he's definitely showing it, because he came out in the first round throwing bombs. He came out using some speed and movement, doing his jab, landing some body blows, some big left and right hands, and this guy has a ton of power. And second round, you get to see some of that power on display, because at one point, I believe it was an uppercut Thurman hit Julio Diaz with and kind of stunned him, and then he followed it up shortly after with a big left hook on the temple, and Julio Diaz went down. And in the third round of the fight, Julio Diaz couldn't continue. He had a rib injury. He said he couldn't breathe, and I believe him, because Keith Thurman was digging in with some vicious body blows, and he keeps improving as a boxer puncher in every fight he's been in now, in my opinion, from Keith Thurman. So a lot of people, what's going to happen for Keith Thurman next? Well, I want to see Keith Thurman get a bigger name. Not that Julio Diaz isn't a good fighter. He's a veteran, and he gave Sean Porter and Amir Khan a lot of trouble. But what I want to see Keith Thurman up against next, maybe a guy like Collazo who loses to Khan. A guy in Robert Guerrero who ducked him in the past. Ultimately, a boxing fan's dream would be him and Sean Porter. But Sean Porter's got to fight Kell Brook in his next matchup. Kell Brook is the mandatory challenger for his title. So down the road, hopefully we see that fight. But I just want Keith Thurman to get a bigger name, because this guy is an excellent fighter and will be doing big things in the sport. You definitely need to check him out if you haven't yet. And Keith Thurman eventually is a guy I think may get a shot at Floyd Mayweather down the road if he continues fighting like this. So excellent night of fights. Very impressed with Molina, Matthysse, Julio Diaz for taking this matchup, and Keith Thurman looked absolutely outstanding as well, and I thought his speed was even quicker than his last fight, so he keeps improving, and I can't wait to see what's next for these guys down the road. And also, I think Julio Diaz retired, so we got to commend him on a nice career. He won the title a couple of times, and he wasn't afraid of any fighters, so respect to him. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed this great night of fights, and let me know what you want to see next from these fighters, guys. Thank you very much.